For the university are on the chopping block tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay Burning. We have team coverage tonight from the state capitol and MU campus. My co-anchor Lucas Geisler joins us from Jefferson City. And Lucas, just hours ago, lawmakers pulled millions from the UM system's budget.
Yeah, Lindsay, today the House voted 125 to 24 to cut $8.6 million from the UM system budget. That, of course, is their version of the budget passed by that was first proposed by Governor Nixon months ago. Let me bring in ABC 17's Joe McLean. Joe, you were there on the floor for that emotional, at times, debate over the budget for next year.
That's right, Lucas, and predictably, most of the discussion about the more than $1 billion that the state spends on higher education was focused around the University of Missouri today. And after months of unrest and controversy within the UM system, the Missouri House now decided that drastic measures needed to be taken.
What I have watched for 7 months is my double alma mater was dragged through the muck in the national news. And I think a large part of it was the university's own doing.
The University of Missouri under fire today as state representatives consider higher ed spending.
We have a responsibility to lead them to eradicate inequality on any campus in this state.
Instead of the usual increase of state funds, the House approved slashing the UM system's budget by more than $8.5 million. That's about 2% of what the system usually gets from the state.
They think that changes need to be made. One of the ways that we're able to do those changes here in the General Assembly is through power of the purse. So we are the ones that decide on how to appropriate those funds.
And the university system is now facing more than just a 2% cut in state funding. It anticipates next year's enrollment to be about 1,500 fewer students than this year. Some lawmakers say that all that lost revenue will affect the wrong people.
These budget cuts are not going to hit the intended target. Lower paid employees and the students, I think, are going to feel the worst of it.
They're going to be felt by students in the way of decreased educational opportunities. They're going to be felt by the lower income university employees. There's going to be a hiring freeze.
And as you just heard many representatives on both sides of the aisle, they believe that more than $8.5 million cut is going to come in the form of higher tuition rates. And that actually is possible at this point, Lucas, because this year the UM Board of Curators decided to postpone their tuition discussion that usually takes place in February. Lucas?
All right, Joe, thank you very much for breaking that down. Speaking of those tuition